What's good, YouTube? Chaos Phase coming at you with my Boss Mode Activate Lancer deck. You'll see why I call it Boss Mode towards the end of this deck profile. Um, Plays 3 Swap Frogs, central point of the Frog Engine, thins your deck, can special summon him for tributing. Very good card. Dupe Frog. Dupe Lock is very hard to get over. It searches for Swap Frog quicker, and it's a 2000 defense, so not your opponent really can't just normal summon and get over that. 2 Treeborns, standard for any kind of Monarch or Froggy deck. 2 Poison Draws. Many people opted to take him out. I really like him. At 3, I think it's way too dead of a card, but 2 is a nice little balance. You equip them to Sea Lancer, or you use them to synchro with Junk Synchron just to draw 1 extra card. Comes in very handy sometimes. Well, a lot of the time. 2 Ronin Totems, you need these to get your combo going to remove your frogs for Sea Lancer. Also, he's an extra tribute, so you can get out those 2 and 3 tribute cards much easier. 1 Junk Synchron. It opens up the synchro option. You don't synchro a lot. Usually it's only for a 5-star. I currently don't have Catastor or Brionic, which are the 2 best synchros you could pretty much pull out with him. But he is a nice option if you don't have a Treeborn to tribute or whatever, you know. If you need him, he's there. 3 Battle Faders. Best defense card. They attack directly. You drop them down. Doesn't matter if you have spells or traps or monsters, you know. Whatever you want to do. Dragodia. Super Boss Mode. This card is amazing in this deck. I usually summon one of my boss monsters and just sit behind it for a while so my hand will build up. When they finally destroy it, drop Dragodia. He himself has like at least 2400 attack points. Also, this deck plays almost every level, so you can just take control of their monster if you want to. 1 Gores, because this thing honestly turns around games. 2 Sea Lancers. These are the boss monsters of the deck. I play 10 tributes. So, 2 Sea Lancers. Not exactly the main point of this deck, even though it's called Boss Mode Sea Lancer. But, he is very useful. People don't always see it coming. They think you're just going to be slapping down Kaises and Rises. He can't be bottomless, and you get a lot of pluses. If you can equip 4 Froggies to him, he is pretty much indestructible. I mean, they can remove him, but then you do get, if you do have 2 Poison Draws and 2 Dupe Frogs attached to him, and they make him leave the field, all 4 of them are sent to the graveyard. Meaning you get 2, you draw twice, and search for, well, you'd search for Dupe Frog and then draw twice. But it gives you a lot of pluses. Just watch out when it's battling Catastor, because it runs into the same problems as Gotchi Gotchi. 1 Caius for removal. Dark Worlds are running around. Side deck more of these. I just don't own them, and I'm only playing 5 1 tributes. 2 Dark Dust Spirits, very useful in this deck. Essentially Raigeki on wheels because of Treeborn Frog. Every turn you could just slap him down. Double Christia locks my opponent down. Yes, it can be normal summoned. Yes, it can be special summoned. This card's amazing. It's 2800. You usually will have a Gotchi Gotchi on the field. It goes up to 32. It's really powerful. Locks your opponent down. They don't see it coming. You drop Christia. They're like, "What? I thought you were playing frogs. Like, the hell is this?" It's amazing. Seriously, it wasn't my idea. I saw it on someone else's channel. I can't remember their channel name, but if I do, I will link them because I will give credit where credit is due. Amazing tech. 1 Light and Darkness. I don't like playing 3. It's very 3 and 2. You don't always want to drop Lad because your opponent, they will have to burn their whole hand sometimes, but if they do have like a card they can chain just to kill him, you don't want to invest a lot into Lad when you could open the Christie option. I play 5 1 tributes, 4 2 tributes, and 1 3 tribute. This is my last double tribute card, Supremacy Sun, most recent Shonen Jump promo. If you don't know what it does, it can't be special summoned except by its own effect. It's a 10-star, 3,000 Dark Fiend. It gains a 300 when you're facing Dark Worlds, so no, Graphic can't bump heads. This thing will destroy it. And its effect is that if it's in your graveyard during the standby phase after it was destroyed, you can discard 1 card to special summon it. So you have a recurring 3,000 beater. Even if they get over it, even if they dark hole, they pretty much have to remove it or bounce it to your hand. And not every deck can do that easily. So this thing is pretty awesome. Just don't forget to discard if you want to keep summoning him, because otherwise he's just dead in your graveyard and you'll have to either Pot of Avarice and summon him again or just forget about him. Obelisk the Tormentor, my only 3-star tribute. I'd rather be playing Slifer, but it's not legal yet. He's okay. If you want, I'd play a Caius over him. 3 tributes isn't always easy to pull out, but when you do, he's pretty devastating. 4,000, 4,000. This is why I call the deck Boss Mode Activate, because I have 5 multiple tribute cards where most Frog Monarchs will only play like the two lads. So yeah. On to spells. Staples. Depending on your deck, they're staples, but this deck plays all 3. People forget to side out Heavy Storm against you, so if you want to just bluff set game 2 just so they side it back in or whatever, make them waste it, that's on you. 1 Foolish Burial. Quicken up your combos, send stuff to the graveyard, whatever. Salvage. It's not as useful as the Mother Grizzly triple Lancer build, but it is pretty useful. You can recycle Swap Frogs, recycle Dew Frogs if you need to buy yourself some time. It's not necessary though, so if you don't want to play it, by all means don't play it. Pot of Avarice, recycle Trigodia, Gachi, Junk Synchron, your tributes, anything you don't need to have in the graveyard. Double Soul Exchange. It's amazing to tribute your opponent's monster for something that will only benefit you in the long run, like Lad, Obelisk, Archlord Christia. You can't attack, but next turn when they go to special summon a monster, you just say no. And of course, triple enemy controller. Any deck that plays Treeborn Frog knows how amazing this card is. You summon Treeborn Frog, standby phase, tribute it, take their monster, summon Treeborn Frog, tribute Treeborn Frog, take their monster, summon Treeborn Frog, tribute Treeborn Frog, take their monster. I've been in the situation where I had 2 of these in hand, plus a tribute monster of my own, so I would take 2 of their monsters, tribute the Treeborn Frog for Caius or whatever, remove their last monster, and just go in. Very useful card. Now on to my extra deck. None of this is mandatory except for 3 Gachi. You have to play 3. It is a vital part of your combo. You stack Ronins, you stack dupes, you stack swaps to get out Gachi. It beefs up your smaller monsters so they can compete with the larger boss monsters. Not by much larger, obviously. The 400 does make a difference though. I don't own Catasters, so the 5 stars I'm playing for quick synchros are 2 Junk Warriors and a Magical Android. As for synchro monsters go, you don't summon them that often. This could just be one Cataster. And like a Brionic, because that option has arisen. Also, Black Rose, you could get it out. It doesn't happen often, and, you know, I usually just go for Junk Warrior. If you have Frogs on the field, they boost his attack, not by much, you know. Gotchi puts in work. Just an extra beater. Chimera Tech. Side deck Cyber Dragons. You have room in the extra deck, so you might as well just play this. Colossal Red Dragon. These are just in here as like fillers, I guess. You don't really pull them out, but if you can, I would go for Colossal. You know, Red Dragon is situational, but the situation for you to pull out 8-star doesn't happen every game, so don't worry too much about it. Same with Double Utopia. Pretty much only if I like Mind Control or use my Trigodia to take control of something. That's pretty much the only reason these are in here. I will show you guys 5 cards in my side deck. Well, no, 4 cards, because I don't want to show my whole side deck, and it's honestly subpar. But, you are going to vitally need these. If you play anti-meta, this is important. Removal. Vanity's Fiend, when you're not the one summoning it, is very devastating, because you will have absolutely no answer to it, except possibly normal summoning a monster and enemy controlling their Vanity's Fiend. Besides that, you really have very limited options as to what you can do. So you're going to need Smashing, Hammer Shot, Fissure, Lightning Vortex, whichever way you want to do it, that's how you should do it. But don't forget to side removal. Alright, YouTube, rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you have any helpful ideas or hints for this deck. Tell me how much you like it if you've played it before. Peace out.